Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now they try the right side here.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. 4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line, of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Off the play fake. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And
they're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Sunday, down. 180. 618. Kill. Express. 56.
Now Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Off play action. Fields. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And to give this time to the tailback. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd.
2nd and 6.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 45-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
That's what I do.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr is going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Championships, baby. Hey, Mike's 50. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Redskins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 30 yards. On first down, here's Love. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch. Undercut.
They go with Jacobs. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Not today, you want it. Not today.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Off-play action. Fields. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 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 check.
Second and 9 now. And his throw is incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Check 13. Check 13. Shoot, shoot, shoot. My check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Fields. Open man is Sims. He's got it. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
On 1st down, Love. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
7:34. Check.
Here's Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start the drive with Love here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check. 58, boys, 58, Mike. 66, good, pow. Watch the block, ready.
From the gun, Fields. And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check 24, check 24. Mike, any weapon. 50. I'm here all day. Twist.
Back to throw. Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fields. Flush to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Check. Crunch.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. And this one's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Watch the safety creep. Watch out.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Check three. White. Kill. Express. 637. New 80. 51 to Mike. Night, sweetheart.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
34. Express. Safety screen. Ready, 1. No chief. Check 24.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
What down? New 80. 51. Switch up. Ready, 9.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall so they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Come on, let's go. Slam.
On 1st down, it's Love. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Six the outlaw. I'm coming after you. Hey, alert 3.
On 2nd down, Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
22, jet, over. 22, jet, over.
Looking to throw. Fields. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check 50, check 50.
Carr now on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, it was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
49, check 49, check 49. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. And 58 is Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home, You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Redskins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change.